item number 15, 17, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I, Your Lordship, I need instruction from my departments.
I appear, my lord, in this case for the petitioner. My lord, absolutely no problem. But the only difficulty is that I am challenging two orders. One order, there is an interim order which has been passed. The ECIR. So, your lordship will fix this matter on 38, my lord, for interim order in ECIR.
On 30th.
30.
Your Lordship, at least 3 weeks time.
No, let him file affidavit, but my.
In the meantime, almost 3 weeks.
Your Lordship.
Almost
Your Lordship.
3 weeks. On 30th of June.
30th of June. 30. And interim order will continue.
Interim order will continue.
Yes. And only one request, my lord, humble request before lordship, that your lordship will fix this matter for interim order in ECIR, my lord.
ECI.
ECIR. First.
Is it not granted, na?
Not
Earlier
granted.
not granted.
Not granted,
why,
Your
not
Lordship.
granted.
Will.
So
That's why-
interim prayer will be considered on
Yes.
that day.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Today it was to consider. Your lordship will kindly note down that next date, my lord.
Yeah.
That's only I want.
Okay. On the aforesaid date, the interim prayer will be
For ECIR. ECIR.
is on ECI. Will be considered.
My deeply obliged. And earlier interim order is considered.
It will continue.
Day before yesterday, I appeared virtually. Chief Justice was there in Aizawl. So I being AG, I could have been. I told Chief Justice that I could not appear because on the last night physically like this.
Exactly. This is
We
convenient.
can communicate lot of things. Some service also, some books is required, some judgment I can show before this court.
Problems are there.
Yes.
Advantage this.
Perhaps, Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 12 and 13, Lordship.
13.
12 and 13.
1 3.
Yes, 12 and 13. Item number 12 and 13, Lordship. Lordship, if I may be granted 3 weeks' time, Lordship. I'm appearing for the medical department, Lordship.
2 weeks time for what?
To file affidavit.
2 weeks time.
3 weeks' time, Lordship.
You are not getting
Preparation, Lordship.
the required instructions are received, and the 2 weeks time is required. To
3 weeks,
file-
Lordship.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. The affidavit in opposition. You have no objection?
No objections.
Obliged,
Has
Lordship.
no objection. Please, after 3 weeks.
Obliged.
There is an interim that may be continued.
In time order passed earlier, will continue till then.
Obliged, Lordship.
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item number 18. Here, the pleadings are completed, Lordship. So the matter may be fixed for admission hearing on Tuesday, Your Lordship.
May it please, Lordship. Lordship, may I beg to mention item number 24, that part 2 hearing, Lordship. For the appeal in this case, Lordship.
24.
24, Lordship. Leave list the matter on 20th, Tuesday, Lordship.
It is under what section you are convicted?
376, Lordship. For 10 years, Lordship.
For 10 years.
Lordship.
How many witnesses are there? Tuesday. On request.
I may be also allowed to mention item number 29, Lordship. 29. If this matter can be taken up on Monday, Lordship.
Monday will be different. Some other fixed.
In that case, Thursday, Lordship. 22nd,
No, after 1 week.
Lordship.
Hmm.
Okay.
Here, 60.
1/6.
Yes, Lordship. Here I am for the state respondent, Lordship. Here, the Lordship, I'm yet to receive instruction, Lordship. So, Lordship, may please grant 3 weeks time. Lordship.
So, Mr. So-and-so, you're government advocate,
Lordship.
senior government advocate.
No, Lordship. Junior government.
All right, government advocate
Lordship, that will do.
has not
Your Lordship.
submitted.
I'm representing, I'm appearing for respondent number 9. We have filed our Vakalatnama and we pray for 3 weeks' time to file our counter.
Then the list after 3 weeks. After
Respondent
3
number?
weeks. Yes, madam, after 3 weeks.
Lordship,
In the meantime, he will receive the instructions, prepare
Lordship.
the affidavit and file.
Lordship.
May I please, Lordship. I beg to mention here, item number 23 on behalf of Sir SSD, leading counsel for the petition.
23.
My lord. Lordship, the counsel is out of station, so let the matter come
Counsel
after
out of
3 weeks.
station?
Yes, my lord, Sir SSD.
Engage counsel out of station.
Lordship, in the meantime, we'll be filing our objection.
Counsel is out of station.
Yes.
This is on bail, I think. Not on bail. I tell him. After 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
If 3 weeks can be granted, my lord.
3 weeks. You are petitioner side, no problem. After 3 weeks, list after 3 weeks.
Lordship, I'm the petitioner in the main writ petition. There's an interim.
Interim, okay, interim order passed earlier will continue till then.
'68 of 2022.
Interim order is there.
Interim orders here. Lordship.
Interim will continue. Will continue.
Operational.
Development.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 21 and 22. State is yet to file affidavit, so kindly grant me 3 weeks' time to file.
3 weeks.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, I have a prayer here. Your Lordship, I have an interim prayer in my petition, Your Lordship.
Interim prayer is there.
Yes, Your Lordship may be considered my interim prayer,
Today itself.
Your Lordship.
Your Lordship, I have not received any instruction with regard to that.
Problem is there. On the next day,
Your Lordship,
after 3 weeks, now on the next date. After 3 weeks. 30th of June, 30. 30. Interim prayer will be considered on that day. And madam will receive the instructions, required instructions will be taken by. Any more?
Lordship, I beg to mention item number 5. I'm for the respondent number 4, Your Lordship. Kindly grant me 2 weeks' time to file my amended affidavit.
None appears for the petitioner on call. Mr. W. Dandy, you are six,
John.
2 weeks' time
Yes, Lordship.
to file affidavit.
Amended
In a
the affidavit.
2 weeks. Okay, praise the Lord, list after 2 weeks.
Pledge, Lordship.
Please, Your Lordship.
Like to mention hearing item number 25, 26, 27, 28. Lordship, kindly allow this matter to come up after 1 week, as my senior counsel for the petitioner is out of station.
Senior out of station.
Yes, Lordship.
Respondent side, none appears. Government side,
Lordship,
after 2 weeks,
1 week.
after 1 week.
May I present Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item number 9.
9,
Lordship, I'm waiting for signature. And Lordship, as per the last order, I was given 3 weeks time to file my counter affidavit. However, I am informed that the department did some further verifications of the petitioner case. So Lordship may kindly grant 3 weeks time to file my counter affidavit.
you are required to receive further instructions. Further instructions.
I'm waiting for the signature, but the
For
department.
vetting purpose.
Yes,
you
yes,
submit
yes.
it. All right, you file the affidavit within 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Lordship, they need some further verifications of the petitioner case. So kindly grant 3 weeks time.
3 weeks time. Please, after 3 weeks, in the meantime, you will finish all verifications, etc., and file the affidavit.
Lordship,
After 3 weeks,
No objection.
I oblige.
Oblige.
For motion, item number 1.
May it please, my lord. Lordship, this is for impleadment of the respondent, the new incumbents, Lordship. The previous incumbents already been transferred, and respondent number 4 and 5 needs to be impleaded. The Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland Kohima, to be impleaded as respondent number 4.
4 and 5.
Yes, Lordship. And
To
Srimat
be implemented, to be.
impleaded as respondent number 4.
Achha.
Then 5 is the Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland Kohima. Both the Commissioner and Secretary has been transferred out. A new incumbent have taken over, Lordship.
MSN, so petitioner surveys that 4 is
The Commissioner and
Secretary,
Secretary,
Commissioner and Secretary,
Department of Law,
Department of Law,
Department of Law and Justice,
Law and Justice. Then
Nagaland
5,
Kohima. 5 is the Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland Kohima.
1 is sufficient, I think.
Lordship, previously they were impleaded Commissioner and Secretary as well as Secretary.
Commissioner and Secretary already there.
Yes, Lordship.
1, respondent number 1
Lordship.
already.
This
there.
is at the government level and
Ali Lemba
yes,
substituted by the order date 14/2022.
yes, Lordship. Again, he has been transferred.
Achha. Then not 4 and 5, 1 and 2.
1 and 2, but I have not asked for deleting their names. Just
Now,
if my lord pleases, they can
the
be
present
implemented.
incumbent are different, no?
Yes, Lordship.
How they can be 4 and 5?
They may
Okay,
be.
Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, number 1. Number 2, Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, already there.
Yes, Lordship.
Secretary is included in respondent number 1.
Lordship.
Lordship, since this is contempt petition, so it's appearing in personal capacity. So,
You see, Madam wants that 4 and 5 should be there.
yes, Lordship.
Transferred
Transfer.
from the present
One is transferred and one
original
is-
position. Now she wants that 4 and 5 should be their new incumbents.
Lordship,
So what will happen to us? This 1 and 2.
it can be replaced as the respondent number 1 and 2, Lordship. In some In some
But
instances,
please furnish the names. Furnish the names. This is contempt petition. No?
I have already written, Lordship. I have already
Okay, I
furnished
will
the
see
names.
and pass the order.
The one is Sri Ramakrishnan, IAS,
Ramakrishnan. Ramakrishnan.
IAS,
Mm.
the Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland, Kohima. He is the respondent number 1,
One.
Lordship.
Number 2.
Srimati Tejangu Kire, the Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland, Kohima. They can be, Lordship, the previous name can be deleted and they can be implemented as 1 and 2.
Names of respond. Constitution has become necessary.
Transferred out. And new incumbent has taken over the department.
Be replaced by Ramakrishnan, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland, Kohima, in view of transfer of the previous incumbent, namely Sri Kali. Then number 2, and Sri Namjok
Namjok Konyak.
She is also transferred.
He has retired.
He has retired. Okay. As Sri Namjok Konyak has retired, and new incumbent, namely Sri.
Lordship.
Number 2.
Number 2. Srimati Tejangu.
Tejamu.
Lordship, in my prayer, I have mentioned their name.
Has taken over the search. Her
Tejamu
name may
Kire.
be implemented as the respondent number 2. So, the substitutions be made by hand today itself.
Lordship.
Lordship, in that case, since I'm appearing on behalf of the person, so Lordship, let this notice be served.
In view of, exactly, right. In view of the above, substitution of the names of the respondents. Contempt, no? Contempt, no?
Contempt number
Contempt, no?
13, 2021, Lordship.
Let fresh notice be issued to them. At least after 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Lordship, within 3 days, we can file the contempt.
The
will
next
go.
date, you will take steps
Lordship.
within 2 days or 4
Lordship, anytime,
2
anytime.
days.
Lordship.
Thursday, no? Within 2 days, you will take steps.
Lordship.
Matter will come up after 2 weeks.
Lordship. We shall do that. Obliged, Lordship.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, here the present petition is covered by the Honorable Division Bench order, Your Lordship, whereby that is order date, Division Bench order dated 21/2023, Your Lordship. Here in the Division Bench, Your Lordship, the state respondent has filed a writ petition against the single bench order dated 14/6/2022, Your Lordship. Wherein the single bench is directed to pay the minimum scale of pay, Your Lordship. And the division bench decision was to direct to carry out the single bench order that is 14/6/2022, Your Lordship. So this petition is already covered by this division bench order. Let me come to the facts of the case. Work charge labor on fixed pay, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Work charge labor on
Work
fixed pay,
charge labor.
Your Lordship. The appointment order in batch 14, Your Lordship. This is type copy, Your Lordship, of my petition.
Page number?
Appointed as work charge labor on 750 per month, Your Lordship. So under the establishment of STO PWD R&B Aboy Division, Aboy, Your Lordship, that is under Mon District.
In the PWD department,
Your Lordship,
say he was appointed.
Lordship. So he was serving for 19 years, Your Lordship. For that matter, Your Lordship, the petitioner has represented to the Chief Engineer PWD to pay him at least minimum scale of pay, Your Lordship. But the representation was not attended to, Your Lordship. So the
Representation is still pending,
not attended.
yet to be disposed of.
Yes, Lord. So the petitioner is praying for a similar order as per the division bench order, Your Lordship. The division bench judgment order dated 22/1/2023. Your Lordship.
Lordship, at this juncture, time may be given, notice may be issued. Yes.
It's hard to ensure. And learning council is waiting for the petitioner. Also, keep the name of Madam for appearing for the state respondent. So by this petition, the grievance of the petitioner is that she was appointed or engaged, appointed appointed as a where in the office of the SDO.
STO, yes.
SDO,
PWD R&B.
PWD, within bracket, R&B, bracket closes, Abui subdivision, Abui, Nagaland. On, what is the date? On
10/7/2004.
On 10/7/2004. She has been discharging her duties as in that capacity.
Yes.
Has not been given the benefit of regular pay scale of the post which he is holding since then. In this regard, what is the representation?
Your Lordship will find it at
Page number
page
16.
number
A
7.
representation was
Yes.
submitted to the respondent number.
Respondent number 6.
To the respondent number 6. Oblique the chief engineer PWD within bracket R and B bracket closes Nagaland. But on 2/3/2023, advocate seeks some time to obtain instructions over the matter. Please about this after 3 weeks. 3 weeks?
Your Lordship, let the notice be issued.
You were already, you have received notice.
No, no, Your Lordship, officially we have to send.
That's it.
So the requisite copy may be furnished to be, and accordingly I can.
Issue notice, a copy of the petition along with the annexures be furnished to the learned government advocate in the course of the day.
different establishment, Your Lordship. Now, there the single bench is directed to dispose of the representation for minimum scale of pay, Your Lordship. But here, the respondent has passed an impugned order, Your Lordship. Your Lordship will find it at page number 22, annexure 4B, Your Lordship. Yes, page 22, annexure 4B. I'll just read the relevant line, Your Lordship. I am directed to convey the last line, Your Lordship. I am directed to convey here with the observation of the Finance Department as reproduced below. The Finance Department has examined the case and conveyed the following. There is no scheme under extant rules orders for grant of scale of pay to fixed paid employees. This is conveyed by Finance Department, UO number 292 dated 14/6/22 for your information and to request you to prepare the parawise comments to take up with the court, Your Lordship. The next impugned order is also the same, Your Lordship, just that it is from the
It is
director
not,
to the
this is
petitioner, Your
also
Lordship.
not considered, no?
Yes, Your Lordship, not considered it. Why, Your Lordship? I'm challenging this impugned order to quash and set aside, Your
Same
Lordship.
thing, then, issue
Yes.
notice. Issue notice. One DB order is issued there, please. Notice. After 2 weeks?
My Lord.
After
Yes, Your Lordship. Much pleasure.
For motion, item number 4.
May it please, my lord. Lordship, this is a subsequent writ petition we filed it came up for motion on 1/6/23, but on discovering some inadvertent mistake, we withdraw, and this is the subsequent writ petition. Now, Lordship, the petitioners were appointed in between 2003 to 2009. After serving to 12 years, Lordship, their service was terminated. Sometimes in the year Lordship, and vigilance investigation was instituted, Lordship. Then the final vigilance commission's report is at, Lordship will kindly come to vigilance commission's report, final report.
Page number?
My Lord will kindly come to page 64, pertaining to the 8 petitioners. My Lord will kindly come to last second paragraph. May I read out, Lordship? As per the examination of the documents of the employees, the following employees fall within the landowner category of appointees without post. Grade 4 employees. Then offices are established on the landowner's privilege. Then grade 4 employees are provided to the landowners.
Sometimes the departments take land on condition that if land is provided, then you'll get some employment there.
Yes, Lordship, grade 4 post. So the petitioners fall within the purview of that, a grade 4 landowner privilege, Lordship. So my Lord will kindly come to that last para, As per the examination of the documents of all employees, the following employees fall within the landowners category of employees without post. Now, landowners and transferred cases under the CMO WOCA, that is different. Landowners, dead cows and disability case under the CMO Mukokchung 12 knows. C. Landowners but without existing vacancies under the CMO Kipure. 3 numbers. Then 4. Then D, Lordship. We are this landowners. Existing vacancy, resignation, and voluntary retirement cases under the CMO Zineboto. 8 numbers. So this
See,
is
madam, page number 65, first paragraph,
64.
65, forced signature.
That is pertaining to others. We were under the category of, in the final report of the vigilance, we were placed under the categories of landowners appointed without sanction post. However, and our service was dismissed, not dismissed from service, as if we have committed a heinous crime, Lordship. Dismissed for service without notice. So here the vigilance report is very clear. They are saying that landowners without sanction post and dismiss our service. However, the vigilance report clearly says under Zinheboto 8 existing vacancy, resignation, and voluntary retirement sanction post, Lordship. So that is, so before terminating our service, Lordship, they also, my Lord will kindly come to page 69, annexure F. This is 1 day ahead of their termination. This was sent by the government to the Principal Director, Health and Family Welfare. My Lord, this is important. This is show cause notice pertaining to unauthorized appointment regarding. I am directed to refer to your letter number so and so dated 14/4/2015 on the subject cited above and to request you to issue termination order in respect of 86 cases of regular appointment met without sanction post and 33 cases appointed on landowner basis as recommended by the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Commission final report. Further, you are requested to complete the process within 34/2015 as per the Honorable High Court's order. However, this is very relevant, Lordship. However, in the case of appointment made on landowner basis, they may be adjusted on preference as and when vacancies arise in the concerned office. This has the approval of Honorable Minister, Health and Family Welfare. Formal termination order may be issued from your end under intimation to this department. So here, before termination, they have stated that in case of landowner, they may be adjusted on preference as and when vacancy arises in the concerned office. They have, this petitioners, my Lord of Vigilance Commission's final report is very clear that they have been appointed in the existing vacancies, resignation vacancies, and retirement vacancies. Lordship will appreciate. However, they club us together along with other non-sanctioned posts and terminated, dismiss our service. Dismissal order is, my Lord will kindly see at page 70 F1. 70 F1. So this is the dismissal order. In person to the Government of Nagaland, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Nagaland, Kohima, letter number so and so, dated 28 April 2015, in consonance with the directives given by the screening committee headed by the Chief Secretary, Nagaland, on 17 July 2013, and in view of the final report submitted by the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Police Department, letter Nagaland, whose regular appointment were made on landowner basis without sanction posts, are hereby dismissed and declared null and void with effect from 30th April 2012. So, Lordship, the Vigilance Commission...
So initially you were appointed on regular basis?
Yes. landowner basis are
Then dismissed without notice.
without notice. Landowner appointment are regular appointment, Lordship, in grade 4 post. So this is this one. After the termination, the petitioners were awaiting, because when they approached after the basing upon the letter dated 29th, that their service shall be considered as and when vacancy arises, the petitioner were awaiting, but till that no information. When they approach the respondent, they say that they will be intimated as and when the problems in the department were solved. In the meantime, Lordship, several other similarly situated landowner, as well as those who were dismissed from service on suspected forged signature, even they have been reinstated by this honorable court. I have annexed all the orders and their reinstatement, Lordship. So in the meantime, when suspected forged signatures were reinstated in service, we are the landowners, we were appointed on land ownership basis, and when others have been reinstated, Lordship, so here, apart from that, averments that has been submitted before this honorable court also, the Lordship, after their dismissal, the respondent government has adopted scheme, land ownership scheme for appointment in grade 4 post, Lordship, after the dismissal. So either way, either in the first for reinstatement or even fresh appointment, land owners scheme for land ownership appointment in grade 4 post has been adopted. My lord will, if my lord will kindly. So either way, the petitioners are covered and before this honorable court. Lordship.
Motion matter.
Lordship.
Who is appearing for the government side? Yeah, how to show? The grievance of the petitioners is that they were originally appointed on regular basis as landowner. On what basis they were appointed?
On land owner basis.
On landowner's basis.
And terminated.
As a forgate employee.
In grade 4, yes,
In
grade
which
4
department?
post,
In
under
which-
Health and Family Welfare
Under the
Department,
Health
Lordship.
and Family Welfare Department, State of Nagaland. However,
Under Lordship will kindly appreciate
Uh.
under Akulto, Satoi, Sataka, Yemishe. And those were the Lordship,
they were
Lordship.
appointed as grade 4 under the
Lordship.
Health
Under-
and Family Welfare Department.
Under CMO Zineboto.
Zinapoto, same.
However, they were subsequently dismissed.
Dismissed from service
Dismissed from service without notice.
without even notice.
On having found on having found that they were initially appointed on regular basis against non-existent sanction post.
Lordship, but the Vigilance Commission says that it is.
Issue notice. In the meantime, you will obtain instructions, file affidavit.
Lordship. Lordship,
After
I'm
3
just.
weeks?
3 weeks, Lordship. I'm also pending disposal of the writ petition, direct the respondent not to make any appointment against any grade 4 post in respect of the PHCs and sub-centers established over the petitioner's land. That is,
Against the post which they were holding.
yes, Lordship.
Lordship,
Necessarily,
yes,
when they say
yes, Lordship.
that no such post was in existence,
But it is
then
in,
how that can be filled up? Those posts can be filled up now.
Lordship,
Lordship,
it-
anything.
It is not
No,
necessary.
not necessary.
They were
Yes,
not
Lordship,
necessary.
not necessary, Lordship.
After 3 weeks? Or 4
Lordship,
weeks?
Lordship.
3 weeks.
After 4 weeks, Lordship.
Obliged, Lordship.
For motion, item number 30.
30.
May I proceed, Lordship? Lordship, this is an application under 439. CRPC praying for release of the accused on bail, Lordship. Now, Lordship, the accused application was rejected, Lordship, solely on the ground that the accused has admitted to the commission of the offense as per the statement under 161 of CRPC, Lordship. That is a statement before the police officer. Lordship, 161, whether the statement before the IO can be taken as an evidence against him, Lordship.
Well, your period of detention as on today,
Lordship,
how many days?
Lordship, from the date of arrest 18, I was arrested on 18/5/2023.
How many days? 18/5. Period of detention as on today.
As on today.
When he was first remanded in judicial custody.
Lordship, Lordship, may I kindly come to my paragraph?
Where is the forwarding?
Yes, Lordship. Lordship, paragraph 3.
No,
Page 3,
no,
Lordship.
you show me the document, relevant document. Where is the forwarding letter?
No, Lordship, that we have not annexed, Lordship. It's not annexed in the petition, Lordship.
It's
But
necessary,
Lordship,
na?
yes, I was arrested, the accused was arrested on 18/5/2023, Lordship.
18/5/2023.
After that, Lordship, he was produced before the magistrate
Yes,
on 19,
When?
on 19/5.
on 19/5, next day.
And then thereafter, he was sent for police custody for another 72 hours.
All right, 19/5.
Yes, 19/5. He was produced before the magistrate.
Your first date of remand.
Yes.
Whether in police custody or to judicial
He
custody.
was sent for police
How
custody.
many days?
Total from the date of
How many
arrest, 29 days.
Calculate. Huh?
28.
28 days.
Yes, Lordship. Now, Lordship, I was sent for judicial remand with effect from 22/5/2023. Now, on the order,
See, you were in custody since 19/5/2023.
Lordship.
Police custody after obtaining necessary order from the magistrate concerned.
Yes, Lordship.
So that period is to be included
Yes, Lordship.
in
The
judicial
28
career.
days.
Under the
Yes, Lordship.
supervision of the magistrate, no?
Yes, Lordship.
This is judicial custody.
Yes,
Is
Lordship.
included. All right, what is the period, age of the victim?
Lord, the victim is aged.
No document. Date of birth
Date of birth,
or
Lordship.
age? Because POCSO provisions are added. in
Lordship,
your
yes.
case. So age is relevant.
Yes, Lordship. It's within in the mid-30s, Lordship. In the mid-30s, 30 to 35 within that, Lordship.
On what
Would- would I-
basis? On what basis?
Lordship, even in the FIR,
Mid-30s means not side,
the accused age.
not accused. I'm not asking about the victim's age.
Victim, Lordship, 17-month-old baby. Allegation against him, Lordship. Lordship, let me come to the facts of the case, Lordship.
And counsel, please show me some document
Lordship, yes.
where the age of the victim is recorded.
Yes, Lordship. The Lordship, may kindly come to page 12 of the FIR, copy of the FIR, Lordship. Page 12.
Birth certificate, evaluation, 21 date of birth.
Last line of the first paragraph, Lordship. 17-month-old daughter.
She is victim.
Apparently happened to be a victim, Lordship. That's why I want to come to
No,
the.
no, no. As per allegation, no?
Yeah, a 17 months old.
The victim says is 17 months.
Yes. Now, Lordship, the fact of the case is that there was a complaint from the Interpol, Sweden, that there's a possibility of the accused being involved in uploading of obscene material in the Wicker platform, Lordship, of a Swedish national as 17-month-old baby. The allegation is that, Lordship. The victim is not from India. The allegation put against me is that I am sharing obscene material of this 17-month-old Swedish girl. Lordship may kindly come to the
Has stated and claims that he is involved in ongoing child sex abuse of 17-month-old daughter.
CSAM
Page number 14.
14. Page number 13
The
is
Swedish Police Authority and has tied the suspect to an Indian phone number. 9 case diary.
the allegation is that I am involved in uploading distribution of obscene material of a 17-month-old Swedish girl in the Wicker app. Allegation is that, Lordship. I have never uploaded nor shared any material, Lordship.
So like PP.
Lordship,
PP?
Lordship.
What do we have to say?
Lordship, notice may be issued.
Notice to whom? To whom?
Lordship, if the case diary may be called, Lordship.
Lordship,
Not notice, case diary. Because state of Nagaland is the respondent.
Yes, Lordship.
Case diary?
yes, case diary will be
Case
necessary.
diary. For case diary, along with victim is of Sweden.
Yes, the victim is apparently from Sweden, which I also don't know. I happen to be a user of the Wicker app.
Okay, let this crime branch produce
Yes,
whatever
Lordship.
is
Yes,
available
yes,
with them.
yes, Diary, Lordship.
Is there?
If it can be listed on Monday, Lordship.
No, the Lordship, that is too early.
On Monday?
Huh?
On
No,
Monday?
On Monday, not possible.
Tuesday, Lordship?
On Wednesday.
Wednesday, Lordship, it's division bench.
Huh?
Division bench on Wednesday. On Tuesday, Lordship.
On,
Because it's Kohima.
Thursday, on Thursday.
Lordship.
Not that this foreign national is involved here.
Lordship. Yes, Lordship.
Huh?
Now, foreign national Lordship, which I also don't know.
You don't know, but you will get all the answers now.
Yes,
What
Lordship.
is it?
Yes,
Record.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
Crime branch, this is not an easy matter.
Yes, Lordship. I understand.
Very
Lordship.
Because
sensitive.
the press is of the country.
On Thursday, Lordship.
On Thursday. Thursday.
Lordship.
22-6.
22-6.
22-6, Lordship.
Lordship.
Oblige, Lordship.
For motion, item number 31.
May I please, Your Lordship.
What is the allegation?
Allegation is on the basis of wrong information. The JMFC has directed the OC Seminole Police Station to investigate the matter. The allegation is for construction of a girls' hostel at one particular place was sanctioned. That time, 1 crore was sanctioned, the total amount. That time, the community of that area have already constructed, were starting to construct one community hall. And then, since 1 crore amount will not be suffice for completion of the girls' hostel because land has to be acquired and all this, then the amount which is sanctioned will not meet the expenses for if land is also purchased and all this. So the community have taken a resolution, since it is for the development of the community in that particular area. So they have taken a resolution that whatever we have earmarked the land, the girls' hostel can be constructed in this plot. So the building was constructed, everything was finished. When everything was done, a complaint has been lodged under section 200 by one of the defeated candidate who contested the election in the just concluded election, general election. It is nothing but a politically motivated case, making an allegation that fund has been misused. But then department has no complaint. Department has inspected and then the accommodation certificate has
What
been issued.
this TSNU PS stands for? Pension.
That is Semenu Police Station.
Is Lana PB?
Yes. Yes, Lordship. Notice may be issued after 1 week, Lordship.
As per the specification of the TPR, the construction has already been completed. So I do not know how the complainant is aggrieved for completing with the low cost. Everything has been done.
Case diary.
If you, Lordship, look at the paragraph 13 and 14 of my application, paragraph 13 and 14, things will make it clear, Lordship.
No, all right. Today I'm calling for case diary. It's a
Lordship.
police case, no?
Lordship. And during pendency of the
All
return
right.
of the
Is there any
city.
prayer for interim?
Yes,
Is
Lordship.
there any prayer? Page number 8.
In this application, there is no prayer for interim because anticipatory Lordship knows it is
You
interim
make
in
a
nature.
prayer, you make a prayer in the meantime.
Lordship.
You, by hand
Lordship.
also you can do that.
In the next case, I have met the prayer.
But not here.
Not in this.
Omitted to
particular
type.
case. Lordship.
You make a prayer for interim.
Lordship.
Item number 32.
Here, there is prayer for interim.
Same, ne? Is it arising out of
Same,
the same case?
arising out of the same case. Allegation has been made against two persons. The present applicant is the General Secretary of the Nagaland Contractors and Suppliers
Yes,
Union.
here you have, see, there is prayer, interim
Yes,
prayer.
yes.
But in that petition, omitted.
I may be allowed to
Huh, do it.
insert it.
Yes, I'm calling for
By
case diary,
handwriting.
same,
Lordship.
but the interim should be granted. Because this is regarding misappropriation of.
Lordship, if my lords is of the opinion that at interim should be granted, can
But if any materials are seen on receipt of the case diary, then that can be vacated, no problem. In the meantime, his statement be recorded.
Lordship.
He should be given a chance to get his statement recorded.
Lordship, my prayer is if my lord intends to grant ad interim,
Interim.
kindly grant 2 weeks time to obtain the
Okay,
city.
okay. Interim rupees 30,000. So as to enable him to get his statement recorded under section 161 CRPC. So, list after 3 weeks.
2 weeks will do, Lordship.
2 weeks.
Lordship.
After 2 weeks. But subject to condition, you will appear within 7 days. 7 days? Failing which, on and from the 8th day, this interim period as bail shall not have any force. 2, the petitioner shall not directly or indirectly make any influence. This was sufficient.
Correct, sir.
List after 2
For admission, item number 6.
You get that file. That is in terms of the interim period.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, the instruction has not been received, Your Lordship. I have not received instruction, so another 3 weeks may be granted, Your Lordship, in this regard.
Or transfer, the required instructions are not received. As such, 2 weeks' time is paid for to file the affidavit in opposition. It is allowed. List after 3 weeks.
Yes, Your Lord.
List after 3 weeks.
For admission, item number 7.
Your Lordship, may I please, Your Lordship? In the previous schedule, affidavit has already been filed, Your Lordship. In this,
File.
no, in item number 6, Your Lordship. Affidavit has already been filed, but there's some instruction the court has directed to Your Lordship to seek is on certain.
Then after 2 weeks,
But yes, Your Lordship.
affidavit is already filed.
Yes, Your Lordship.
But
Affidavit.
court is directed for what?
Some instruction, Your Lordship. Clarification, Your Lordship. I have to see
You are
some
waiting-
clarification.
You are waiting for the instruction.
Yeah, for the clarification, Your Lordship.
Clarification. Achha, Madam, give the name. Huh? Submits that as per direction of this court.
Yes, Your Lordship.
The required clarifications are yet to be received.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yet to be received. Always. 1 week more time.
No, Your Lordship, no, your 3 weeks may be granted.
3
Your Lordship.
weeks may be granted to obtain the required clarifications.
Yes, Your Lord. Much obliged.
Will learn after 3 weeks. This is 7.
May I please, my lord? Lordship, in this method for the state respondent, your lordship, it is being represented by my colleague S. Supong Chang. However, your lordship, by order dated 30/5 of 2023, this court has actually asked my assistance to get an instruction with pertaining to the cabinet approval in respects of the deceased husband. Lordship, I have sought the instruction. I'm told that the cabinet is yet to give its approval on the issue, your lordship.
File affidavit, no? File affidavit, whatever instruction you were getting.
No, your lordship, I was just asked to get instruction whether the cabinet has approved it or not. As of today, the cabinet is yet to take a decision on that, your lordship. As far as the other, in the main writ petition,
Order dated 30/5/2023.
yes, yes,
Is there any such reaction?
lordship,
No reaction is there. No such reaction, simple order. To get instructions only.
yes, just to get instruction on your lordship. So, your lordship, I have sought instruction, and I'm told that the cabinet is here to take a call. As far as in the main writ petition is concerned, your lordship, the state has already filed its contra affidavit.
2 weeks time to get instruction on the case. Affidavit file, na?
My lord.
Yes, in the main writ petition, the affidavit has already been filed, I'm told.
Behalf of state respondents.
Yes.
Only affidavit in question is filed. Then,
Respondent number 5, Lordship, that is the AG.
Then why this reaction?
My lord, what
On
is-
what? Already affidavit is filed
My lord,
by
Yes.
government.
yes.
Yes,
Again, Mr. N. Angami accordingly seeks for 2 weeks' time to get instruction on the case.
no, your lordship, if you read the above para,
My lord,
I was asked by this court to receive instruction.
my lord, the government side the
I
file.
hope that sentence. I'm learned senior advocate, government advocate was requested by this court
Yes.
to lead the case for the state respondent.
Yes, and I was asked to receive instruction, your lordship. Yes,
That is, you have not got. Have you got?
no, yes, your lordship, that basing on this order, I have sought instruction, and that instruction is only pertaining to the approval of the cabinet. Only that, your lordship.
So, you are not getting.
No, I have got it, your lordship. As of today,
Ah.
the cabinet is yet to take a decision on that, your lordship.
By order dated 30/5/2023, this court granted 2 weeks' time to get instruction on the case.
Not on the case, on the
On the
decision of the cabinet.
On the decision of the cabinet as regards.
Your lordship, regularization of the petitioner's deceased husband service.
Regulation of the petitioner's
Deceased husband service.
My lord, my lord,
Oh, let-
not husband, late Achashi Perabe. Because the present proceeding, earlier it was the wife. Now it is the
Wife,
minor
yeah.
children.
Is there?
Minor children.
Required instructions. Required instructions sufficient with regard to 30. You are also not clear on
Yes.
that.
Better.
Achha. Is yet to take a decision thereon. List of matter. After 2 weeks?
3 weeks time, Your
List
Lordship.
after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
I'm deeply obliged, my lord.
30,000. Same order. Here, same order. You have inserted the prayer, grant and security bail to the applicant, interim, 30,000. Same order. Same.
For admission, item number 8.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I have sent for vetting, Your Lordship.
Send for vetting.
Yes, Your Lordship. Affidavit is completed and I've
Affidavit
sent.
in opposition, draft affidavit
Yes,
in
Your Lordship.
opposition has been prepared and that has been submitted to the competent authority for vetting.
Yes, Your Lordship.
MS Winsu, therefore 2 weeks time, 2 or 3?
2 weeks, Your Lordship.
2 weeks time to file the affidavit after receipt of the vetting.
Much obliged, Your Lord.
List after 3 weeks. 14, 15.
For admission, item number 10 and 11.
Lordship, in these two matters, I'm for the state respondent 1 to 5. Yes, Lordship, I've already filed my affidavit, Your Lordship.
Filed or not filed?
Filed, already filed, in both the matters, Your Lordship.
Affidavit in opposition is filed. So list after 3 weeks?
Lordship.
List after 3 weeks.
Deeply obliged, my lord.
Item number 14.
May I please, Your Lordship? I'm for the petitioner here. I have received the counter file by the state respondents. So I'm yet to file the affidavit in reply. So I pray that 3 weeks' time may be granted.
So give the name. He will collect the names. Na? My secretary will collect the names from the court master. Okay. 6, some time to file the affidavit in reply to the counter affidavit.
Yes, Lordship.
Please allow list after 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
3 weeks, Your Lordship.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Obliged, Lordship.
Item number 15.
My blessed Lordship, here in this case, the petitioner are seeking for payment of less drawn bay errors, Your Lordship. And now the state respondents, they filed their affidavit. In your paragraph 4 and 6, they have clearly admitted that we are entitled for the less drawn bay, Your Lordship. And then in paragraph 6, they are seeking for a certain period of time to complete the exercise, Your Lordship.
You are for the petitioner side?
Yes, Lordship, I'm for the petitioners, Your Lordship.
Affidavit in opposition is filed. You will file the reply.
No, Lordship, I won't be filing any reply. Why? Because your para 4 and 6 is clear, Your Lordship. They've clearly admitted that we are entitled for the less drawn bay errors. And then it paras. Lordship, maybe. Your Lordship, if it can be disposed of, Your Lordship, by granting certain period of time, Your Lordship.
Your Lordship, yes.
Step by step.
Yes, Lordship, but then since they've.
I admit it. On purpose, I admit it. This for hearing on. What is the grievance?
Your Lordship, the petitioners, your B were fixed, Your Lordship. And after the refixation of your B, period for the month of January 2015 and February 2015, they were not paid, which is a part of their salary. So for non-payment of those, we have approached this court, Your Lordship.
Your Lordship, fix everything. Fix everything. Next week.
Your Lordship. Yes, Lordship, 27.
27.
Obliged.
Publish.
Item number 19.
May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, this is an application under Section 439 of CRPC, seeking for granting of bail to the accused person, namely Lungmi Lam Tungal, who has been arrested on 7th of March 2023 on medical ground, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, coming to the brief facts of the case, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, the allegation against the accused persons are that in late evening of 6th of March 2023, specific information was received to the effect that two persons traveling in a Maruti wagon are bearing registration number AS 04L0763 will be carrying substantial quantities of narcotic drugs, Your Lordship. As such, the officer of the
Substantial quantity means?
substantial quantity means, Your Lordship,
Is it of intermediate or commercial quantity?
it's a commercial quantity, Your Lordship. As such, Your Lordship,
Where status report is not satisfactory.
as such, Your Lordship, may I continue? Your
Personal
Lordship?
details. You see, by order date, this order date is 26/5/2023.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Who was called for? Health status report. It is received, but without any specific finding. What is the present status?
On the last occasion,
Operation medical record. The accused is presently under medication.
yes, Your Lordship.
Nothing serious.
He has some heart ailment, Your Lordship.
But nothing is coming.
May I please, Your Lordship?
A case that is received or not?
No, Lordship. Lordship, however, Lordship, as per the order dated 26/5/23, this honorable court has directed the state respondent to the, especially to the jail superintendent, jailer, to bring on record regarding the medical treatment that is going on, Lordship. However, on the last occasion when the matter was listed, since I did not receive the instruction from the jailer concerned, Lordship, I could not place that on record. However, today I have received the instruction, Lordship, and then I would like to place that on record, Lordship, since I have already.
What was recovered and seized from his police?
Your Lordship, hundreds of cases weighing around 1,181.5 grams, Your Lordship. Heroin, 1,181.5 grams.
With container or without container?
That is with the container, I guess, Your Lordship. I'm not sure that.
Is it a commercial quantity?
Yes, Your Lordship, it's a commercial quantity.
How
Your
can you say?
Lordship.
Because measurement was done.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Weighment was done along with the containers. Containers are not narcotic drugs. No? They assumed it. So you obtain instruction. One week.
Lordship.
1 week time. Done with the Babu prosecutor. Service the liquid instructions on the head.
Lordship, that I have received, Lordship. So I want to.
Liquid instructions are not received from home.
From the Lordship.
From the investigating officer.
Lordship,
You can
whether
produce the case heading.
since the accused who was appended by he was arrested by the DRI, Lordship, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence.
Directorate of Revenue. DRI.
DRI,
Yes, Your Lordship.
DRI, Lordship.
Directorate of Revenue.
No, Lordship. Since they have already.
Standing counsel is there.
Most probably, Lordship, most probably. They might be having the standing council. Lord- Lordship, Lordship, standing council, Lordship, Lordship.
Who is the standing council here?
Here in High Court, we don't have the standing council. No, Lord. No, 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 Lordship. Until and unless I have an instruction, Lordship, I cannot appeal on their behalf. Lordship.
So issue notice to the DRI or is who is the authority? Issue notice to the standing council? DRI.
Lordship, since the matter was before the CJM Dimapur, Lordship.
Your Lordship, they were arrested and they were produced on before the CGM.
CGM.
And on the previous, on one occasion,
No, who detected the offense?
DRI, Your
DRI.
Lordship, Directorate of Revenue.
DRI standing council.
Yes,
Is
Lord.
a central government organization.
Your Lordship, but before the learned special judge Dimapur, there was no such DRI council, Your Lordship. Prior to this, they have already moved a bail application, which was rejected by the order dated 27 April 2023. Yes, Your Lordship.
Lordship, Lordship. Yes, Lordship. Lordship.
Issue notice to the standing council DRI.
Lordship. So that they should make a necessary party in the bail petition, Lordship.
DRI standing council is DRI.
Lordship.
There are no other way, Your Lordship.
I think he will agree.
Lordship, yes.
Standing council DRI. He will appear before the adjournments. That means he looks after all matters pending before the High Court.
Lordship.
So notice to the standing council DRI. Takes it.
Yes, Your Lordship.
SCPR.
Right, Your Lordship.
For admission, item number 20.
My Mr. Lordship, on the last date I have prayed before His Honorable Court to grant me 3 weeks to file my amendment petition. But no amendment petition. I want to amend my prayers. And since I have not yet received some vital documents to annex, I may be given more time.
Submits that although by order dated 22/5/2023, he was allowed to amend the writ petition within 3 weeks, but due to non-receipt of some very vital documents,
Yes, ma'am.
the same could not be done. Mr. Swenso, learning council, therefore seeks 2 weeks time or 3?
2 weeks, my Lord. Honor before 3 weeks. Yes.
3 weeks.
Yes, 3 weeks.
3 weeks time to submit the amended application. Is after 3 weeks,
Lordship.
there must be one DRI, no?
Lordship, Lordship.
Without DRI, you cannot represent, no?
Yes, Lordship. But since they have implemented the state respondent as one of the party, Lordship,
But they implement
Lordship.
standing council DRI. Director of Revenue Intelligence.
Lordship. Right.
My Lord, doubt. Do I have to implead or without impleading, we can just issue notice to the council, to
No,
DRI?
you implead.
Implead.
DRI always implemented. Always implemented. Always implemented. Without hearing the DRI,
Lordship.
no order can be passed here.
Lordship, since they have not
You are
implemented.
not authorized, no?
Lordship, I'm not authorized. I'm for the state. I'm representing
You
for the
can
state.
represent the state, the
Lordship.
police department,
Lordship,
but not here.
Lordship.
Do whatever is possible in accordance with law.
Hello, Lordship. Hello, preference.